As we depart Garibaldi Station, we want to welcome everyone aboard and thank you for joining us on the Candy Cane Express here at Oregon Coast Scenic Railroad. A couple of quick safety announcements as we get rolling along here. Firstly, there is to be no smoking, vaping, or consumption of alcoholic beverages aboard this train. We also ask that if you're in the open air car, that you please keep all hands and arms inside the walls of the cars at all times. There will be some times later in the trip where you are welcome to walk about the train, but we ask if you do this to please keep your children at hand and don't let them roam around unattended, as there are some pinch points, especially between the train cars, where kids could get hurt. We ask at this time that you do stay in those seats, as our Elf Brigade will be bringing around cocoa and cookies to all the passengers, as well as Santa letters for the kids. Staying in your seats helps keep the aisleways clear so we can get those service items to you as quickly as possible. Before anyone asks, though, I will answer the number 1 and number 2 questions aboard the Candy Cane Express. The restrooms are at the rear of the train in the last 2 cars, and yes, you can use them even during the time that service items are being provided. With all of those business items out of the way, it's time to kick off the festivities aboard our train ride today by introducing our musician, Mr. James Reagan.
Hi everybody, Merry Christmas!
He's going to be playing all sorts of holiday classics to get everyone on board this train into the spirit of the season. All we ask is that you help spread the holiday cheer by singing along as we embark on this festive journey. You can also spread that holiday cheer by waving at everyone along the railroad tracks, as they will certainly be waving at you when they see this train.
It's beginning to look a lot like
Now, a lot of people will come up to you and you're having a good time and you're, Merry Christmas, everybody! And they're like, Jesus is the reason for the season. Yes. Okay. Let's examine that just a little bit. When Jesus was born, now you got people out there trying to take away your joy at Christmas, like especially as JWs like I used to be. It's a pagan holiday. Santa Claus. Well, that's just a made up story. This is not even real, and you're lying to your children, and everything comes from pagan sources, the Saturnalias and the da 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 da. I could tell you all the stuff, about why you shouldn't be celebrating Christmas. Believe me, I used to do this all the time. And I've got Christian friends who want to do this to me. Christian friends who mean well, but somewhere along the way they figured all this out, like, yeah, it comes from a bad source. It comes from this. It comes from that. You shouldn't do it. It's not Christian. Give them grace. Say, you do you. I'll do me. I'll celebrate. This is between me and God. Because let me tell you something. I went through that when I became a Christian. I went through that really, like, is this right? All my life I've been taught this is wrong. This is wrong. And so I wasn't letting myself really enjoy it. I always felt like, oh, it might be wrong. How does God really view a Christmas tree? Is it pagan tree worship? Oh, no, I don't want to be part of that. Oh, and I was afraid to have anything to do with Santa Claus because that's like, that's just totally wrong and everything's wrong. And I was praying about it. And God actually led me to this person who had been to heaven and saw that there was an extra place in heaven called Christmas Town. And St. Nicholas is a real person. He's actually there. He still makes, gifts for people. And Jesus is the brightest light there. And people decorate to honor Jesus. I'm just saying. Get over it. Get over it. Hey, you want to go down that pagan trail? You better, don't raise your hand if you believe Christmas is wrong, because I'll be coming after you. Okay? But just listen up.
Is about the white powdery substance that falls from the sky.
How are you kids doing today?
Around the coastal road.
Good. Am I going to find all of you on the nice list this year? Excellent. Hot Wheels or Matchbox? Or maybe the barbecue mobile? Yeah. I'll see what I can do. You've been brushing your teeth and doing your control and taking controls. How about vegetables? Are you eating all your vegetables? Excellent. Now, would you ladies like a picture of Santa Claus?
Yeah, we would.
All right.
And that's what we get here.
Wonderful. You're welcome. I will. That too. Would any of you like? Oops, sorry. Would any of you like? I'm still working on the train legs here. You guys get to sit down and being in the sleigh. I got to stand. Standing in the sleigh is no bueno. This reminds me of the last time I tried to put a saddle on Dancer. I'm never doing that again. Did you folks want a picture with Santa? All right, Merry Christmas. How are you kids doing today? Am I going to find all of you on your nice list this year?
Probably not.
Nobody likes this one. This just gets stitchy, That means socks. Most of you like socks.
I don't think that anybody here is.
Well, let's see. Have you kids been working hard in school? Brushing your teeth? Being nice to each other and sharing? Because we know that's peace of mind is a gift you can give your parents every day of the year.
Yep. I don't think they've ever gotten it.
How about vegetables? Are you eating your vegetables? I sense there's a little bit of lime.
As we leave children at the bay behind, we are now going to be passing right through the middle of the Santa Lake. The water you'll see to both sides of the train is part of this freshwater lake.
Wow.
Smith Lake is also one of the many wetland habitats along this part of the Oregon coast. Wetlands are incredibly important as they provide filtration from the water that runs off the mountains before it enters the ocean. Wetlands also help control and prevent flooding along the low-lying lands of the Oregon coast. And they provide habitat for the completely different types of wildlife to those that live along the saltwater areas such as Tillamook Bay. Keep your eyes peeled because if the conditions are just right, you might be able to see a unique bit of wildlife or even a reflection of our train in the water as we pass through this beautiful part of the coast.
Look at this. He's at a today. I'll tell you
Take all my presents back. Doesn't drive fast.
Make a good video. You'll live stream
Put it on YouTube.
You'll live stream it when you get home. And put the commercial on the end.
Shocking on this thing is done.
No shocks.
Can you
Just springs. Look at
Wait a second.
Get off the phone.
I'm sending my picture to me.
I do have some stirrers. But I have
Michael Myers is I brought my
Well, you'll be hearing a lot more of that steam whistle from the locomotive at the front of our train as we cross the many roads in our approach to Rockaway Beach. The locomotive pulling our train today is the McLeod River Railroad number 25. It's a 262 prairie type locomotive, meaning that it has 2 pilot wheels, 6 driving wheels, and 2 trailing wheels. The locomotive was built by the American Locomotive Company in Schenectady, New York in 1925, making her 99 years old this year.
Awesome.
The locomotive spent its entire life working at the McLeod River Railroad at the base of Mount Shasta in Northern California, where it hauled logs, freight, and passengers over the line until the retirement of steam on the McLeod in the mid-1950s. While the daily duties of the 25 were replaced by diesel locomotives at that time, the locomotive's retirement was short-lived, as it was retained for excursion service on the McLeod for just over another 50 years. The engine even saw movie work during its time at the McLeod. Its most famous role was as the locomotive that chased the kids off the bridge in the coming-of-age film Stand By Me. Unlike most steam locomotives, which traveled far away from their home railroads at the end of their service lives, the 25 survived in service at the McLeod all the way until the McLeod was forced to close its doors, with the engine last running there in 2008. In 2011, Oregon Coast Scenic Railroad was able to acquire the engine, and it has been the mainstay locomotive of our steam fleet here ever since. Much like the venerable 25 guides our train, Old St. Nick has a few reindeer that guide his sleigh, including a very special one that's known for its bright red nose that lights up the night. And that's exactly what this next song is about. You know, Dancer, Dancer, Prancer, Dancer. Oh, let me keep it and listen. What do you call the most famous reindeer of all?
Joy is the bridge between your believing and your receiving. Think about it. Joy is the bridge. What kind of joy are we talking about here? James 1, we all know this. All these scriptures you all know, okay? I'm talking to preaching to the choir, so I'm just going to quote him, okay? Consider it all joy when you meet with various trials, right? Who's got trials?